Good evening from the old man that plays video games. What are we gonna do today? I did some playing around earlier today on what I kind of want to do next. But first thing I want to do is sleep. Let's sleep. Last couple episodes were a lot of more resource gathering, and I think today might be part of that too. Hold on, I gotta check and see. What do you got for me, buddy? Nothing for me. Okay. First things first, let's make an ice run. Slowly waiting for our trees to all come back, because we did get rid of all of our trees for a little bit. Plus, I'm waiting on a couple of the smaller spruces to grow up over here. That one did not, but we're waiting on it. Got some a fox over here. You're still around? Really? You didn't despawn by me running all the way over there? All right, first let's turn this on. So get some ice going here. We'll let it go for a bit. One of the things that I worked on a little bit today in my creative world was adding another floor underneath my normal platform in the underneath the mob grinder. Basically, because I think my mob grinder is at 57, and well, the floor for where all the sorting machines are and the killing chamber and that really fast cobblestone generator and stuff are all at 57, going down to where the sulfur island is. And the lower level, where I'm going to put a bunch of stuff, is at 27. So I'm thinking I could put a floor every 10 blocks. So I did that. I put a floor. I got a 57. I got a 27. So I put a floor at 47. And that may be something that I want to look into right now. Or look into for today, using a bunch of stone bricks for that. I put in hey Yasser. I built a 2-ingredient item crafter, the Omladu's unbreakable design for 2-ingredient crafter, and I had that running off to basically taking the sand and gunpowder to make TNT, and then the TNT going off into a cobblestone TNT blast chamber, the generator TNT blast chamber. And the design that I found is Wandy T. Really? What do you got? Nothing I really want. Okay, well, I don't have any emeralds on me anyway, so the design that I found on YouTube claims a pretty decent amount, and granted, it's a very slow build on the TNT, because it's just based on how quickly can I get gunpowder, how quickly can I get sand, which sand doesn't seem to be as much of a problem. I had quite a bit of that, but gunpowder, oh my god, that was just taking forever. So I'm thinking that if I want to do that, it's going to be part of the mob grinder overhaul, and adding creeper specific spawning platforms, which I can add one each to the desert and one each to the jagged peaks. So a little platform, a little 6x6 with some pillars in there, and we can go ahead and start this. And doing that, but even then, that gunpowder took forever. Well, that's actually, well, because it would not be right next to where the sand is. I would need to think of, I would not be able to have it in the same location as my sand. Now, granted, Nether to overworld transport is the thing that I've done before, but I wouldn't be in both places at the same time. And I kind of like the steady supply of having one place. So I think with I'm going to do two things. One a little bit sooner than the other. And yeah, I can't be in both. If I AFK the gas farm, I'm not going to be AFKing the husk farm. So, but I'm thinking of two things. One is to add a couple of creeper specific platforms to the desert section and the Jagged Peak section, and adding creeper specific platforms on the two different oceans. Now that should give me some increased creeper rates. It would lower my amount of drowned because they would no longer, for a significant portion of those two biomes, would lose sky access. But they would still have some. So we'd still get some drowns. Option 2 would be to build a creeper specific mob spawning platform somewhere else. And considering that husks, parched, stray probably doesn't need it, but maybe. I know husks do. And drown needs sky access, basically. They need to be they need to be surface spawns. I need to put the creeper spawning platform, spawning area, spawning thing, whatever, down beneath. So maybe put that below everything else. Make a big old creeper farm. I don't know, maybe. I came over here just to get a little bit of ice going. Because I want to try to do ice on every playthrough. Before going to do something else. So putting another creeper specific thing underneath everything else is more of a long-term goal. And that's probably it if I am ever able to go to the end and get my elytra, would be necessary for, well, I don't know, for fireworks, I don't need the sand. I just need, well, I couldn't make a sugarcane machine. Frozen Ocean? I think the biome map. Oh wait. Yeah, the biome map is in the book. I would need to get the book. We'll get the book here in a minute. Let's grab all this middle ice. We'll throw it in here. All right, that's all the ice. You made another tiny tree? I swear to God. I forget what button. There it is. It's control. So now I got to wait for some couple of spruce saplings to spawn. But let's look at that. Nope. Frozen ocean. So frozen ocean is in Bedrock a 15.75% chance, which is the same as drowned in slime and spiders and strays. What's because I think it's a deep ocean and a cold ocean, actually. Deep ocean 19.23 and cold is, well, I looked at Java, so 16.81, which frozen ocean was 15.75, and in cold ocean is 16.81. I'm thinking that the two next to the desert and the jagged peaks are deep ocean and cold ocean. I'll know here in a minute. I went out. There's a couple. Well, there's one at least. There's a fourth one. All right, so go away. I do want to get rid of the leaves that are touching the tree. All right. That's as good as we can do. We'll come back for that. I want to go look at that book. So deep and cold have a better percentage than frozen. There's a book. So it is cold ocean and deep ocean. Yep. So the deep, I'm looking right at it, 16.81. Cold, 16.81. Frozen is 15.75. So on Bedrock, they are slightly better on deep and cold. So that works great. All right, close that. Let's go to bed. So, but whatever I'm going to do, it's going to be, I'm definitely going to put a floor over here in my, underneath my mop grinder. That's the plan. That's a long-term plan. I am making some stone. So let's put all this here. I want to get some smooth stone going too. All right, let's see. I don't need any of that stuff. Right. 48, 47. Well, hold on. Oh, one too high. Up a little bit, and 47. All right, that's good. Yeah, 20% in plains. So better than any of the oceans. This, I actually want the lower slab. I want that. So my plan is this floor here, which is 10 below that floor up there, and is 20 above that floor down there. So that gives me one floor where we will be at. We have a at least at minimum a maximum of 10 height limit, and then down below would be any of our bigger ones that are 20 height limit. But I am going to make this floor a 4x4 chunk, as opposed to that one just being a 2x2 chunk. So anything on the outside is unlimited. Well, not quite unlimited. There's got the edge of the mob grinder up there to worry about. Oops. Now, the cobblestone generator design that I found looked easy enough, and I built it. It didn't take too long. It was pretty simple. I noticed I'm not getting the cobblestone like I should. Like each cycle, it's built in such a way that there's 4 stacks of 4 cobblestone, because it uses, you know, a height of 4 for lava and 4 for some waterlogged stairs, which put those next to each other close enough, they make cobblestone. But you throw, and then a lot of obsidian. I would need to get a lot of obsidian, which with my new design, with my new thing back at base over there, which I don't think you saw because I haven't released those 2 videos yet. Obsidian is not something that's too difficult to come across for me to manufacture. It's just a matter of, is the lava bucket thing working well or not? So me dedicating 20 minutes to making obsidian could probably get a stack, or 20 minutes? Hell, that 3 or 4 stacks maybe. All right, that's, I want to put my typical chunk border on there, which I only have 3 of the smooth stone. Let's look what frozen ocean. I mean, they have a lower percentage. I mean, the skeleton is only 3.78. Maybe that is it. What is it? Whereas the skeleton is the same on a, well, skeleton is 16 on a plains. Oh, I'm lost all my other links. I must have went over the page. I did see, I'm on a Discord, the Omladu Discord. I really like a bunch of his designs and his tutorials on things. And somebody shared on there a link to a Wither cobblestone generator, and looks really impressive, honestly. I'm obviously nowhere close to being able to do a Wither based design on anything. I don't even have got my first Wither skull, let alone 3 of them. But he built the chamber that holds the Wither skeleton out of a very, very unique design of nothing but waterlogged stairs and slabs. Well, I don't know if your world even has frozen oceans. I know it has cold and deep and regular and lukewarm. I did not look to see if it had anything else. Oh, I know, especially considering TNT duping does not exist. I'm actually also thinking of activating the zombie gravel optional add-on for concrete manufacturing. All right, let's see how the smooth stone is, because I need more smooth stone. Still doing the cobble. Get rid of that. You did? Did I miss that? We'll keep that going. Besides, it's night. Let's get some sleep. Where's the frozen ocean? Is it not one of the default ones here? I thought I looked. Let me look again. Nope. Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't even look all the way out there. Still, that's quite a distance away from the sand. I need it to be close to the sand. Well, unless I want to make a fireworks generator, which would need paper from sugarcane and get out of there. Done with that. So, oh, I can go straight to that. All right, let's go put in some of these floors. It's going to be, I'm right at the edge. What's those numbers? 305, 285, and 229. Oh, I mean, we're getting into little minor things. I mean, the advantage to this area here is I have access to 4 different biomes. So, and getting the things that fall from each of those. Granted, zombies are really only worth it for their special drops. Skeletons, I mean, once you have a bone meal generator, are kind of like meh at best. Though it's a decent source for arrows. More especially the stray, giving the arrows of slowness. And to a lesser extent, the arch giving arrows of weakness, which, knowing now that tipped arrows of weakness are, you don't need, nether wart to make the potion for that. I was finding that out was like game changers. Like, oh, I don't have to wait on these stupid arrows. I can make them myself. Is it because other things are so much lower? I'm not really seeing that. Oops. Oh, you're getting into the minutia of mob spawning, which is an interesting theory. I'd be curious to know why people would say frozen oceans are more than deep ocean or cold ocean. It just doesn't make any sense, especially since the listed weight is less than those two. And that all of those two biomes have the same mobs, unless those other mobs are at a significantly lower rate in Frozen Ocean, which I think I saw skeletons were. All right, on to this one. How we looking? Oh, yeah, baby. How you looking? Yeah, and you can do that in any biome. I mean, like the weight of a creeper spawning is, if you have nothing else that can spawn there, a creeper's going to be the only thing that can spawn. All right. Let's see, go over here. I was over here. Let's finish out this one. Oh. Though I will say that my mob grinder redesign is going to be a little delayed, because one of the things that I'm going to do is I was going to lower the height on it by replacing the slab roof with tinted glass. And now my access to amethyst shards has been curtailed until I find it out there, which I have a general idea of where it's at, but it's not anywhere close. Yeah, Drowner surface mobs, husks and parched, and I believe strays. Yeah, strays. So they have that. Must have sky. They say sky access, but I think that's a leftover legacy term from Java. Because they spawn on mine and they have surface access. They're considered surface spawns because I've got slabs over top of them. I got 2 sets of slabs over top of them. So I wish someone would go through the wiki and kind of correct the nomenclature on all those different pages, because they're all slightly different wording, yet they mean the exact same thing. At least for Bedrock. Yeah. Because they count against the surface spawn mob count. That's what it should be. That's how they should word it in the wiki, is like this mob counts against the surface spawn mob cap, as opposed to whatever the heck they say. Sky access. What is sky access? Really? I'm curious about the sulfur cube. I've not played with one yet, and I don't know what their spawning mechanics are. I've not looked it up at all. would they be cave spawns, but not monster? That's... I haven't looked into it myself. What biomes? Yeah, swamps or slimes in swamp biomes were a bit weird because you had to have a low light setting, but not if you had it at 0, then everything spawns. Oh, that is a lot. Oh, I still have this whole bit to do. Those over there. Oof. Oh, I'm at an hour. Oh, I've already used all of that stone, cobblestone. I might have a pretty decent amount of smooth stone now. Yeah. Well, tomorrow's going to be 669. Oops. The platform I'm building now, this is for any redstone thing that has a height limit of a maximum height of 10 or less. Or basically the smaller machines. I figure a bamboo farms would be fit on here pretty decently. Definitely needs some more smooth stone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This would be 12. Not yet. Not. I don't know if I've got any phantoms at all. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One more row of bricks. This will be 15. I'm usually pretty religious about of sleeping. This is one of the times that I'm just concentrating on building, because most of this is underneath of something. I'm actually for the first time out in the open. Right here at the very edge. Oh, I think I'm gonna be short. One short over here. That's the last stone brick slab I need for this side. All right, so 3 more chunks there and 2 chunks there of stone bricks, and then obviously the smooth stone to go in the middle. It's all work in progress. Oh, this is done? We need more smooth stone. Probably that much. But we are going to call it a night. Right, and there's not very many. I've made it like they would spawn over that little desert island. Nothing up there is spawnable. So if I'm close to the desert island, they would spawn. Yep, that's what we're working on. Yes, it was cool hanging out. Tomorrow night, I hope to finish off that platform behind me. And yeah. I need to figure those out. Anyone else that's watching this at a later date, if you get to this point and you are not bored out of your mind, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. Join me on my live stream, pretty much 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, every night, just about every night, except for the nights I work, and those are once a month, 1 weekend a month. I need to catch up on my YouTube streaming, because I had streamed 2 episodes last night. I think I had Friday night also, maybe. Yeah, sir. It was cool hanging out. You get some sleep or enjoy your day, whichever of the 2 it is for Monday. And I'm going to probably turn in here before long, because it is my Monday starting tomorrow as well. This has been the old man that plays video games, and good night, everybody.